There's Tenacious. Split his brow tines. He looks good. Might see him split into his G2s next week. Here's 4-year-old Wilbur. Very good boy. He's a very, very strong buck. He doesn't have very big antlers, but he's a strong buck. Very strong. You may be able to see, no, probably not, but maybe a G2 next week. Brody, he's a very big buck as well. He has big brow tines and a lot of mass. He's older. He's probably going to be smaller than last year, but that's okay. Still going to be very big. There's Tony. He's growing good. He's about to split his brow tines. Supposed to split his brow tines next week. You can see that there's, on one of those antlers, there's like a lid. It's just growing a little strangely. Yeah. There's like a little piece of mass right there. Right here we have, there's going to be a 2-year-old Bonald. Looks like he's just about to split his brow tines. This year he only had inch-long spikes. I'm not expecting too much. You can see part of his like skull or something. That's because he didn't have any protection. His antlers offered no protection. They were just so tiny. So that kind of made me worried. Back there's Calvin. He's actually growing pretty strange on one of those antlers. So it looks like you can grow a split brow because it just seems to be extra mass where his brow tine is split up. I don't know, you probably can't see him. I really don't know Calvin's age. He might be 5 or he might be 4. He might be turning 4 or he might be turning 5. It's very hard to tell. I don't know, he's one of the more skittish bucks, so it's hard to see. But yeah, he's definitely going to grow maybe a split brow tine, maybe. There just seems to be extra mass coming out of there. He's a nice, wide, tall tined 8-pointer. I don't know his age. Here's Roddy. He's going to be 3 years old. I'm really worried about this buck. He seems lethargic. I don't know about sick, but one day I was feeding the deer and he just decided to lay down and not eat. But that hasn't happened since, so it's about a week ago. I mean, he's very aware that I'm here, so. Wow, we're getting feisty this morning. There's a little yearling. He's probably one of the bigger yearlings, but so far he doesn't have any antlers, even though he's the biggest yearling. Speaking of yearlings, we have this little guy. This is Tenacious' son. I saw him and his mother mate on the first day. Pretty worried about this boy. He's obviously very, very healthy, a little bit skinny, but very healthy. But his mother moves during the summer down to a mile away or so, and I just don't want him to live there. But so far I haven't seen his mother and I've only seen him, so that's good. It's been very hot. Needs to be careful. No rain. This is Jack. He's going to be one of our bigger bucks. He's turning 5 this year. He's going to be a wide 10-pointer. Last year he was an 8-pointer. Maybe you can call him a 9-pointer last year. He grows a split G3 last year. And it looks like he just has a lot of mass on those antlers. They're growing pretty slow, but they're about to pick up. That's Jerry. He's turning 4. He's going to be a very, very big buck. He probably had the biggest antlers as a 3-year-old, except he's smaller than most other 3-year-olds, but he's going to be 4-year-old this year. He has a nice wide rack and big tines. It's very similar to a buck named Hugo, who I have no idea what happened to him. Hopefully he's okay. Haven't seen him in a year or so. Very big 11-pointer. Will probably be a 10-pointer this year. 8-pointer last year. Very big buck. Here we have Curtis and Split. Curtis, you may think that he has very small antlers, and he does. But he said it in April. He said it April 6th. That was the latest of any buck. So last year he said it on March 23rd, but this is the big difference. He's still gonna get his antlers done growing in time. They always do. And right behind him is Split. I don't think I can get a good video of him yet. And right there is a yearling. It's gonna be his very first antlers. He already has velvet coming out. It looks like he could just be a spike because they're very tiny. But he still has a bunch of growing to do. They're Split. He's, a nice buck. His antlers are really nothing special except that they're cool looking. But that's it. He's gonna grow some good brow times. We might see G2 next week. That's about it. These are some cool bucks I live over here. They're big. That's Bruno. He's got brow tines. I think he's like 4 or 5. I don't know. 4. Definitely 4. He's gonna be a 10-pointer. He was a 10-pointer last year. He's got nice antlers. I think he's gonna have lots of mass once he gets older. Go around here, and there's the big one. Weird. Grown very weird. Look at that one. It's going like backwards. There's another mountain buck over there, but I have no idea who it is. He looks very familiar. That buck right there. He looks very familiar, and his personality is very familiar. I can't really get a good look at him. He's got big antlers. I think he's 2 years old, man. There's Lincoln. Now, he actually has small antlers compared to everyone else, and I think that's because he's been gone for so long. I've been feeding these deer good nutrients, healthy nutrients, not overfeeding them any, just giving them a little extra boost, but he's definitely not as big as other bucks around his age, like Tony, who started like 10 days after him. He already has bigger antlers, and William also has bigger antlers. I'm not too sure on how old he is. He might be 3, he might be 4. Oh, you know who it could be? It could be Francis. I still don't think it is. He looks so familiar, and his personality is very familiar. Who is he? Let me see if I can get a closer look. He's 2 years old. He's got big antlers for a 2-year-old. I can't tell if that's Francis. Who is that? I have to look through my photos. I just can't tell. I feel like Francis would be more recognizable. Like I'd be able to notice him faster. It's a 2-year-old. I don't think I included Jedi in this video yet, so here he is. I just have my phone camera on. He's gonna be 2 years old. He's growing antlers, very weird. He started growing them fast, and now it's just slowly growing. It looks like he could split into his brow time next week. He's gonna have some weird antlers. It's weird, but oh my gosh, it's Lincoln. I have not seen that buck in weeks. Where has he been? I can't get a good look at him. Oh my gosh. Lincoln. Oh, I didn't include Willie yet. He is the future. He is gonna be so big. He was so big as a 2-year-old. The only thing about him is that, look at him. He doesn't even look like a 3-year-old. He looks like a 2-year-old. Like around his second antlers, but his antlers are huge. But he's like so small and I wouldn't say weak, but he looks weak. His antlers look way too big for his head. He's very wide. Last year he was a wide 9-pointer. He's just like so much mass from last year too. Where is